Yo, what's up guys, AFC Dino here and welcome to a new video. I know guys, it has been a while, but I've got a little something for you guys. I've played this game like a few days ago and yeah, it was actually a pretty cool game. It's a really fun team we're using. The idea is basically trapping opposing Magnezone with a combination of Spadef Scissor, who will live hidden power fire from Magnezone, and then he will be able to U-turn into the Ductrio, trapping the Magnezone. That's basically the idea. And yeah, it does do pretty well against the majority of the meta, but yeah, Ice Punch, Conkeldurr kinda runs through our team. Psyshock, Focus Blast, Reuniclus also runs through our team. But yeah, every team has weaknesses. But this battle in particular was really interesting. Well, it was really close as well. And it actually showed off the power of Infernape. It's the first time that I'm using Choice Band and Infernape in this game. I obviously used it in a lot of other games. But I do really like how he outspeeds Pokemon like Mienshao. It still hits really hard, and a lot of Pokemon use Rocky Helmet, meaning that if Infernape takes more damage, the moment he gets into Blaze range, his Flare Blitz is going to do so much damage. But yeah, I'm going to start the battle. I already pre-recorded it, and this is just going to be a post-commentary, because I know a lot of you guys enjoy this as well, because I can go really in-depth into these battles than when I'm doing them live. Yeah, I'll pause it at team preview and we can go over it there. So as you guys can see, I'm actually in front of the Tyranitar, but there's a Tyranitar there. Here's a Breloom, Starmie, Gyarados, Volcarona, and Tyranitar. So my Breloom does check the Gyarados really well. I really need it for Gyarados because Gyarados is such a big problem otherwise. Breloom, we do have Nidoqueen with super effective hits and also resisting both stab moves from the Breloom. And Volcarona, as long as we don't miss Rock Slide with Ductrio, we should be fine. But yeah, in terms of lead, I do like leading off with Infernape because it's able to U-turn against anything on his team aside from the Starmie. And if he leads off with Volcarona, we can go straight for Flare Blitz. If the Tyranitar is the Stealth Rocker, which it seems... Wait, there's actually a Garchomp hiding behind the Gyarados. I completely forgot. So yeah, Garchomp could be the Stealth Rocker as well. But yeah, then again, as long as Garchomp isn't Scarfed, Infernape will outspeed Garchomp as well. So I really thought Infernape would be a good lead. If he does lead off with Starmie, I can just pivot into Scizor. Because even if he has Hidden Power of Fire, it's not really common. And that will also mean that he's missing an attack. But yeah, Tyranitar can be a check to the Volcarona as well. And Ductrio can trap the Tyranitar too. So we're just gonna start it up here. And yeah, I'm gonna be leading up with Infernape. And let's see what our opponent will lead up with. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. With this theme, I actually have to pick everything in order. But yeah, my opponent leads off with Garchomp. There's actually a possibility of this Garchomp being Scarfed. I'm not sure whether I'm going to switch out there. I think I just stay in here to U-turn. If he's Scarfed, that will also mean that he most likely doesn't have Stealth Rock. And if he's Scarfed anyway, he's a bit of a... I actually went for Close Combat straight away. Okay. So yeah, this battle is from a while back, but I think I went for Close Combat because Garchomp could be a real threat to my team, even though Tyranitar has Ice Punch. It's actually a defensive Tyranitar. Nidoqueen has Ice Beam. It's also defensive. I don't really have a good switch for the Garchomp, especially because Garchomp can run a lot of attacks. It can also be a mix-up with Draco, Meteor, and Fire Blast. But it can also be fully physical. So if he wasn't Scarfed, then Inferno would get a lot of damage off on him, and then he would be in range of Bullet Punch from the Scissor. But him switching out also tells me that the Garchomp isn't Choice Scarfed. That's why I made this play. Yeah, he went into the Gyarados that seemed like normal damage because of the Intimidate and him resisting the attack. Here I went straight into Breloom. There's no way he's gonna go for the Ice type attack straight away. And if he clicks Bounce, if he clicks Bounce in that situation, he doesn't go for the Dragon Dance. If he Dragon Dances now, I know I can live an Ice Fang because this is actually a physical defense of Breloom as well. So I go for the Thunder Pitch, and as long as he doesn't flinch me, because he cannot freeze me because I'm poisoned, and yeah, the flinch doesn't happen, and I knock out the Gyarados with a 4x super effective Thunder Punch. And that's really cool about this deck. But yeah, Volcarona can definitely be coming in here. Starmie is an option as well. But yeah, he goes into Volcarona, and I just go straight into Dugtrio. Because whether he Quiver Dances or Fury Dances, I always will get off an attack. Because if he Fury Dances, that means he didn't Quiver Dance up, meaning that I'll be faster. And if he Quiver Dances up, he still has to go past my my Focus Sash. So as long as I don't miss the Rock Slide in this situation, this is why I run Rock Slide over Stone Edge. Just because I have to ensure that I hit the Volcarona, because otherwise I could easily lose. But yeah, we knock him out, and I can still use Dugtrio to outspeed Garchomp and Starmie, and also trap the Tyranitar. But yeah, he goes into the Breloom here. At this point, I wasn't sure what to do, because I didn't want Nidoqueen to be asleep. I don't have Aerial Ace, something I did consider though, but because I did have Nidoqueen and Infernape, I thought that I don't need Aerial Ace on this Pokemon to check this. But I have to choose a Sleep Fodder here, because if I go into Nidoqueen, I can obviously take him on, but I also don't want Nidoqueen to sleep. So I made the choice to go Breloom and probably sack him, but he actually is a bulk upset, and that is actually really scary because Nidoqueen, if I bring in Nidoqueen, he can just Spore me. But I'm pretty sure he won't click Spore in this situation. So I decided to go Nidoqueen, and my thought process here is going into the Tyranitar to going into Nidoqueen first to bait the Spore. As you can see, that +1 Drain Punch did nothing to me. And here I wanted to go into Tyranitar because I was hoping he would go for Spore. I don't really need Tyranitar to win this game. And if I can use him as Sleep Fodder, I can bring back in Nidoqueen and 1v1 him basically. He actually revealed Stone Edge. That was a bit surprising to me. But here I was thinking, he revealed Stone Edge. Does he not have Spore? So I went back into the Nidoqueen, and he goes for another bulk up, and I cannot give him too many bulk ups because he might live an attack from Infernape if that happens when he's full HP. So I decided to just go for the effect. I do outspeed him here, so that means he's most likely bulky, yeah. And yeah, he Spores me, so he's bulk up, Drain Punch, Stone Edge, Spore. And it really sucks that Nidoqueen is asleep now, because Nidoqueen was supposed to take this on. So now I need to sack Dugtrio. I wanted to keep Dugtrio to outspeed Starmie, Garchomp, and trap Tyranitar, but I needed to free switch into Infernape, because from here I'm pretty sure Choice Bandit Infernape can still knock out the Breloom, even though he's at +2. And yeah, I didn't have the heart to go for U-turn here, because that Breloom was such a big threat, but he did decide to go into the Tyranitar. And yeah, he could decide to pursue Trap Me. That was definitely on my mind, but I had to deal with the threat in front of me. So now I'm forced to switch out. I'm still not sure what this Tyranitar is going to do. I don't see leftovers on him, so this might be a Stealth Rocker. So I think I decided to go into Breloom here because I needed Scizor to take on, to have a switch into Starmie basically. Because I could have obviously gone Scizor, but if that guy is Choice Banded and goes for something like Stone Edge or Superpower or whatever, Scizor can take a lot of damage. And yeah, I did decide to go into Breloom as he went for the Pursuit. So he did damage my Infernape, and here I make the double into Scizor, because he's most likely choiced in some way, as I don't see an item on him, and he decided to go into Starmie to most likely take my Fighting type attack, and this is a really great position to be in, because I'll be able to U-turn whether he switches or stays in. It doesn't matter. He did decide to stay in, and I took it like a beast. However, now everything on my team is slower than the Starmie. But I decided to go into Breloom because I did have Mach Punch. But yeah, if he's leftovers, he can definitely live my attack. So the play I decided to make here is, I think, going back into the Scizor, because I know I can lift 2 Surfs from here with the leftovers recovery. And he went for the Ice Beam, so that is really nice. And now I'm just gonna Roost, because if he brings him the Breloom, he cannot Spore me, and I already know his attacks. And then I'll get the slow U-turn off on the Breloom. But he decides to go for Surf again, and I'll be able to Roost it up here. I'm not gonna go for another Roost, we're not gonna be greedy. Like, this is the U-turn position I wanted to have, because if he stays in, Starmie goes down. If he switches out, I gain a lot of momentum. He decides to switch into the Garchomp. So here I take away a potential Focus Sash. I still don't know what kind of item this Garchomp has, but I think I still made the Infernape player. Like, because Starmie took that much damage earlier from the U-turn, he doesn't have a close combat switch here. And remember, turn 1 Garchomp actually switched out versus me, so there's a small possibility of him having a Choice Scarf. So this close combat seemed really free, and Starmie is gonna drop from this, Garchomp is gonna drop from this. He decides to sack Tyranitar. Dark 8 already knows that his Breloom is most likely going to be his win condition. But yeah, I get rid of the Tyranitar. Tyranitar wasn't really necessary on his team, because most of my team already took it on. Pretty much everything on my team, actually. And now he gets a free switch into the Starmie, so I'll be forced to switch out. And I can just go into my Scizor because we roosted it up. And he goes for Surf. Here, guys, in this position, this is where a lot of players will make a mistake by going for a Roost. I'm not going for Roost here, I'm going for U-turn, because if he Surfs again, the Starmie is gonna die, and I only need Scizor to take on the Starmie. But if he decides to switch, I gain a lot of momentum, and I'm still able to live 1 Surf. So basically, if he decides to switch on my U-turn, I basically sack something first and then bring in Scizor to get a free U-turn on the Starmie. That's basically the highest possibility of me winning. But I cannot allow him to go into either Breloom or Garchomp here for free on a Roost. Definitely not Garchomp, because Garchomp can hit my team really well. So he does decide to switch, and again Garchomp comes in. However, the Sandstorm is up, and it can be really iffy, because going into Infernape here seems like a really logical play, because it guarantees me a kill. However, because the Sandstorm is up and Garchomp has the ability Sandveil, I could miss and lose through hacks. So I didn't want to be in a position where, or in a situation where Infernape misses, because now that I know his Infernape's, his Breloom set, I know that I need Infernape to click Flare Blitz on the Breloom. So I could basically not give my opponent an opportunity to knock out my Infernape through luck. So I decided to make a different play here. And I think I went into Tyranitar, because Tyranitar was the most expendable member on my team. Because I needed Nidoqueen to stay asleep, so I can U-turn with Scissor on the Breloom. And Tyranitar was gonna lose to Breloom and Garchomp anyway. So I just Ice Punch. He goes for Stealth Rock, so Garchomp was the Stealth Rocker. The Stealth Rock doesn't matter much on my Infernape because I don't need HP on Infernape. I just needed to be able to click Flare Blitz on the Breloom. But now Breloom is most likely coming in. He actually went into Starmie. I think that's a misplay. He could have kept Starmie. But here, I just go for a Rock Slide. He goes for Surf. And look at how well Tyranitar actually took that. And yeah, so I have Breloom in versus my Tyranitar. Breloom is most likely faster, but I need to taunt him. He's gonna get one free bulk up, but I cannot go directly into my Infernape. So I just went for taunt here. And here I've actually made a misplay. Because I think I should have gone into Scissor here instead of deciding to sec my... Because here in my mind I thought, okay, he's gonna knock me out there and I can go Infernape. But look what he does. Because this is something... He's doing this really smartly. Like, he went for Stone Edge. The reason he went for Stone Edge is not to not knock me out, basically. Because if he doesn't knock me out and it taunt ends, he gets another bulk up. So the play I should have made was, instead of going for that Ice Punch here, I should have gone Scissor. Because he cannot click Spore because my Nidoqueen is still asleep from his Spore. So if I went Scissor, I take the Stone Edge, and if he decides to not knock me out on the next turn, I get a free U-turn into Infernape and click Flare Blitz without my opponent getting off an extra bulk up. But because I went this route, he's gonna get off another bulk up. Okay, like he misses here as well, and it's actually good that he misses because he didn't get the damage off on me. He gains more recovery from Drain Punch after an extra bulk up. He goes for a bulk up here, meaning that he's gonna live my attack. And I don't knock him out. However, he's still too low. So Infernape will still knock him out. So I just sec Tyranitar here. Look for another Ice Punch. He goes for Drain Punch. He's gonna recover quite a bit, but because he's not at full HP, there's no way he's gonna live this Flare Blitz. And I actually think my Infernape is gonna be in Blaze range after the Stealth Rock damage. So that's basically +3. +2 with the Choice Band. So Breloom is definitely gonna die from this, but those little things will help you improve thinking about those decisions. Because I think going for the Scissor instead of secking Tyranitar was definitely the better play after the taunt. But that's me. I always look for ways to improve. But yeah, I do hope you enjoy this battle. 18 minutes, not bad, not bad. And if you did enjoy the battle, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, guys, if you'd like to see more Pokemon PvP content. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. And yeah, check out the team on Patreon. The Poke page is there. You can check out all the details of the team. And yeah, with that all being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.